I'm Antoine. This is my Dharma path. Today when I rose from my Samādhi, that deep ancient stillness where the mind dissolves and spirit becomes clear, the question followed me back into the waking world. Why does China, a land shaped by Taoism, Confucianism, and Buddhism, restrict Christian missionaries? And what does that reveal about a civilization whose spiritual roots run thousands of years deep? This reflection is not political, it is cultural, it is historical, it is spiritual, and it is part of my Dharma path. What Samādhi truly is. Samādhi is not concentration, it is not trance, it is not escape. Samādhi is the moment when the breath becomes the teacher, the mind becomes transparent, the self becomes spacious, the world becomes clear. In Sanskrit, Samādhi means complete absorption, union, integration. It is the stillness beneath all movement. It is the silence beneath all sound. When I arose from that silence today, I saw China, not the modern nation, but the ancient civilization, standing before me like a mountain. China's spiritual inheritance. China's spiritual identity rests on three great traditions: Taoism, the way of natural harmony; Confucianism, the way of ethical order; Buddhism, the way of liberation. These traditions shaped family structure, government philosophy, medicine, art, cosmology, and daily life. China does not see itself as spiritually empty. It sees itself as spiritually complete. This is one reason foreign missionaries face restrictions. China views external religious institutions, especially those with centralized authority, as foreign political structures, not just spiritual ones. Not a judgment, just a cultural truth. Why missionaries are restricted? Scholars often cite several reasons. Historical memory. In the 19th century, missionaries sometimes arrived alongside colonial powers. Sovereignty. The Vatican is a sovereign state. China historically restricted, allowing foreign states to appoint clergy inside its borders. Cultural continuity. China prefers religious practice rooted in Chinese tradition. Social stability. All religions are regulated to prevent unregistered groups from gaining political influence. This is not about rejecting Christianity as a faith, it is about protecting cultural autonomy. What this reveals? It reveals a civilization that says we already have Taoist sages, Confucian scholars, Buddhist monks. We are not spiritually lacking, we are spiritually full, not superior, not inferior, simply rooted in its own soil. Paul and Laozi, a gentle comparison. Imagine the Apostle Paul, or Saint Paul, and Laozi meeting on a dusty road. Paul, I crossed seas to spread the good news. Laozi, I rode a water buffalo into the mountains because people kept asking me questions. Paul, I wrote letters to churches. Laozi, I wrote one book and vanished. Paul, faith without works is dead. Laozi, doing nothing is sometimes the best work. Both men were teachers, both shaped civilizations, both sought truth, but they walked different roads. Paul, outward missionary expansive. Laozi, inward minimalist dissolving into the Tao. Neither wrong, just different expressions of the human searching for meaning. The I Ching and Chinese wisdom literature. The I Ching, the book of changes, teaches the universe is always shifting, wisdom is adapting to change, harmony comes from aligning with flow. Other classics include Tao Te Ching, effortless action, analytics, ethical clarity, Zhuangzi, freedom and spontaneity, Lotus Sutra, universal Buddhahood. These texts form a spiritual library China sees as complete, ancient, sovereign. This is why foreign missionaries are restricted. China believes it already has its own spiritual compass. The Samādhi insight. When I rose from Samādhi, the insight was simple. Every civilization protects the stories that shaped its soul. China protects its spiritual traditions. The West protects its own. Neither is wrong. Both are human. I'm Antoine. This is my Dharma path. When I rise from my Samādhi, I carry a small piece of the infinite back with me. Today it showed me that spiritual traditions are not competing brands. They are rivers flowing through different landscapes. Some rivers merge, some run parallel, some remain separate, but all of them flow toward meaning. May your path, whatever it is, bring you clarity, compassion, and peace. Peace.